5 miles, huh? At 63 degrees.
Yeah.
On the Clinton River. That's a pretty good paddle.
Yeah.
Especially for, especially because, I mean, you're the owner of Motor City Paddle Club. You must know your stuff when it comes to kayaking in Michigan.
Yeah.
So we've got this video here showcasing a route on the Clinton River, Shadyside Park to George Park and back. And I'm just curious, like, how does this match up with your experience? Like, is this accurate?
Yeah, no, it's a very popular route, especially for beginners. And the video does a great job, I think, of kind of capturing like the calm, scenic nature of that stretch of the river.
Yeah, okay. So like Shadyside Park, that's the starting point. What are your thoughts on that as a launch site? Like what makes a good launch site in general?
Sure. So,
and is Shadyside a winner in your book?
Well, I mean, there are a few things you want to consider when you are choosing a launch site. Like, first of all, parking.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Obviously, you don't want to be hiking, a mile with a kayak on your shoulders. And then accessibility, is there a nice, easy entry point into the water?
Right.
And then, of course, the water conditions at the launch site itself. Is it calm and sheltered, or are you battling waves right off the bat?
Right.
Shadyside kind of ticks all those boxes, which is why it's a favorite, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense. And thinking back to your 5-mile paddle, how would you describe the Clinton River experience? Because, I mean, the video paints it as very tranquil, very peaceful.
It is.
Great.
It is. And that's one of the things that makes it so great for all levels of kayakers. Like, when we talk about calm, we're talking about minimal current and very few obstacles like rocks or downed trees.
Yeah.
Which means that you can really focus on your technique and enjoy the scenery without feeling like you're constantly battling the river.
So 5 miles, though, on a calm river.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds manageable, but is that a good distance for someone who's brand new to kayaking? Like, would you recommend that?
Absolutely.
Or is that a little much?
Again, it's a great distance for a beginner, especially if you pace yourself and you take breaks.
Okay.
You are using muscles like your core, your arms, your back. But it's not a super intense workout.
Right.
If you're on calm water, the key is to listen to your body and take it easy.
I gotcha. Okay, so now the video mentions some wildlife spotting opportunities. So what kind of wildlife encounters can you expect? I mean, what kind of things are you going to see on that stretch of the Clinton River?
Oh, the Clinton is full of surprises. I mean, you'll likely see herons, turtles sunning themselves on logs. Maybe even a deer coming down for a drink.
Oh, wow.
Muskrats are pretty common, and you might even spot a bald eagle soaring overhead if you're lucky.
Wow, that's awesome. So do you have any particularly memorable encounters that you've had on this route yourself?
One that comes to mind was spotting a family of river otters playing near the bank.
Oh, cool.
They were so playful and curious, like popping their heads up to kind of check us out.
Wow. That's so cool.
Yeah, those moments make the experience really special.
Totally. Okay, so the video also shows a stop at George Park, kind of about halfway through the trip. So why are breaks so important?
Sure.
What makes for a good stopping point, like on a kayaking trip?
Breaks are crucial, especially on a longer paddle. It gives you a chance to stretch your legs, rehydrate, have a snack, and just kind of enjoy the scenery from a different perspective. A good stopping point will offer easy access from the water, a place to sit or walk around, maybe some shade if it's a sunny day, And George Park seems to fit the bill perfectly.
It does look peaceful, right? So, of course, it's a round trip.
Yeah.
We're paddling back to Shadyside. So are there any like logistical or planning things that people should keep in mind when they're planning a round trip kayak adventure like this?
Yeah. I mean, wind and current can definitely play a factor. While the Clinton is generally calm, you might encounter a headwind on your way back, which can make paddling a bit more challenging.
Right.
It's also important to factor in daylight,
Of course, yeah.
Make sure you have enough time to return before it gets dark.
Right. Especially if you're new.
Especially if you're new to kayaking.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. So I noticed the video features a Seastream kayak. Now, I know there are tons of different types of kayaks.
Right.
So what makes the Seastream like a good choice for this kind of trip?
Sure. So Seastreams are typically sit-on-top kayaks, and they're known for their stability and ease of use.
Okay.
They're great for calm waters like the Clinton River. They offer a comfortable, enjoyable experience, especially for beginners. And the open design also makes them easy to get in and out of.
Right.
Which is a plus if you're planning on taking those breaks.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive, we've explored this awesome Clinton River route.
Sure.
We've talked about the perfect launch site, considered what makes for a calm paddle, and even envisioned some, amazing wildlife encounters. So now it's your turn, right? What part of this trip excites you the most? Are you thinking that you'll take on that 5-mile challenge? And
yeah, and here's something to ponder based on what you've learned about the Clinton River. What other waterways in Michigan might offer a similar experience?
Ooh, that's a good question.
There are so many paddling adventures just waiting to be discovered.
Awesome. Thanks for joining me today.
My pleasure.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Sounds good.
For another deep dive. All right. Peace.
Bye.